So tell us how you actually got into the industry. Like what made you want to get into the industry? How'd you find Spiegler? Like all of that.
Okay, so I was dating a guy that was a porn star. He was like in porn before me, and I just really liked it because all the guys.
Would I know who he was?
I don't know, but he worked for browsers a lot, and that's why I have my last name is because of him. But he's no longer in the industry. So,
Are you gonna make me guess who it is?
okay, so his name was Wright Danger, and
Oh, okay. The name is so familiar, but
yeah,
I don't
he
think I ever
named
worked with
another
him.
girl in porn after me who's like very, very, very popular. Um,
Okay.
so I was dating him, and it was perfect because most of the guys that I dated were very jealous and possessive with me, but he wasn't like that because I let him have sex with girls on camera all the time, so I could do my own thing. And then a couple months into us dating, he was like, "Why don't you shoot porn with me?" And I'm like, "No, like, why would I do that? Like, I really don't have to." And he's like, "You'd be so good at it. Like, you are already having sex with me. Like, just shoot like a scene with me." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And then after a while, I was like, "Okay, fine. Like, I'll do it." I was around it so much. Like, I had visited porn sets before I got into porn. Like, I went to like Brando's set. Like he's like a browsers director. But like,
Hmm.
he was shooting with him. I went to set with him, and it just became like so normal and cool. And I saw how much fun everyone was having. So I was like, I'm just gonna try it. And then I shot my first scene with him, and it was so much fun. It was like amazing. It was like second nature. Like it wasn't even work. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this like forever. Like this is what I want to do. And then I just never left.
Who did you shoot your first scene for?
I shot my first scene for Bang Bros.
Ah, okay. And you shot it with him.
Yes, and it was with him. My first 5 scenes were with him. And then he wanted me to only work with him, but I was like, no, I want to work with other people. You get to work with other people. Like, it's only fair. And then he was not down with that, so we broke up. And then thankfully, because of him though, because he always loved working with Spiegler girls. At the time, Bonnie was like someone that he worked with a lot, Bonnie Rotten. And he was always like, Spiegler girls are the best, they're the best of the best. So I always kept that in my mind that if I did want to have an agent, it would be Spiegler. So I like self-booked my own scenes in LA, and then I flew there and I was shooting a scene, and they asked me, why don't you have an agent? And I said, because I only want to be with Spiegler. And that guy, so it was Ralph Long, he took me to Spiegler's house right after the scene, and he introduced me to him. And I was so lucky because I was so new. I only had like 5 scenes that had come out, and like that one that I shot that day under my belt, and Spiegler decided to take me. And at that time, Spiegler didn't really take new girls. Like now he does more, but at that time, all the girls that he had were already like established porn stars. So I was really grateful for him.
Is there a right or a wrong way to approach you if somebody sees you out in public?
I guess the wrong way would be definitely don't like grab me or, something like aggressive like that. But, and then people are usually nice. They're just like, oh my God, hey, like, can I have a picture? And like, I'm honestly shocked sometimes. Like some of the people are like really young, and I'm like, whoa, like, and it's people of like all ages. Like I was like getting a facial today, and like the guy that like owns the place, he was like, I saw you, like I like you're my favorite. So it's like people of like all different age groups, like a bunch of different generations, like 18-year-olds to like 40-year-old, like it's like all these different kinds of people, and like girls too. Like not usually, like it's like a lot of girls that come up to me too. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. And really wonderful when you have female fans that are really supportive. I mean, obviously we love our male fans too, but I'm sure your demographic is mostly men. And so when you get a woman who tells you how much they appreciate your work, and it's really nice.
Yeah, it is a really cool feeling. Like when I check, how Instagram shows you the percentage of like male to female
Mhm.
followers? Mine is like it's 94% men. And I was like, whoa, like only 6% is women. Like it's just crazy. So when I actually do get to meet one of the few girls that know who I am, I'm like, yay, like you really exist. Like it's just more rare. But of course I
Yeah.
appreciate the male fans,
Yeah. So how old because you were pretty young when you started in the industry. Were you 18 when you started
Yeah,
shooting?
when you shot me, I was 18. You shot me like my first or second month in porn.
So, okay. As I mentioned before, you're obviously like one of the top porn stars in the industry right now, and you're quite young. So, for somebody who's new and really wants to set their goals and aspirations high, and they want to achieve what you have achieved, what would be your advice to them? What do you think it is about you that got you to where you are today?
I think that it's just that I did everything when I wanted to, and not just like as a strategic move. Like I never waited a long time to do anal. I was just like, I want to do anal. So I did anal 3 months into porn. I always did interracial. Like that was like one of my first, I was like, wait, that's like a thing. Like you wait to do your first interracial scene. Like I just did everything because I just wanted to. And I didn't think oh, this is going to get me an award, or like, I just did really what I wanted. And I always tried to respect myself and not like be something that was like, I thought would make me popular. Like I wasn't the most, like, I don't think, at least like I'm the most like beautiful girl, the most like striking, but I do have like a passion. Like when I'm shooting my scenes, like I really try to like just get lost in it and like just have the most organic sex possible. I wish there was more I could say, but I don't really put too much thought into it. I don't know. You know, different strokes for different folks, because there may be people that love watching porn just to look at a beautiful girl getting fucked, right, and not really focusing at how much she's enjoying it or enjoying it. I'm just happy that my fans just like me for like me. I don't know. Like,
yeah. And also too, I think another thing about you that's really wonderful and incredibly unique. And I definitely want to make sure that I preface this by saying that, you know, people should be able to do anything to their bodies that makes them feel beautiful, that makes them feel sexy. Like it's your body, it's your choice. But I do feel that, and I know because I've talked to performers who've said that they felt pressured to get a boob job. They felt pressured to get their lips done. You definitely don't need to get yours done. You were like born with these amazing lips that everyone's trying to copy, and you know that. But like I've seen you post on Instagram where you've been like, yeah, my nose is kind of big, but like, I love it. And like, yeah, my tits aren't the biggest, but I love it. Like you really embrace yourself as who you are. And I just think that sends a really wonderful message to people.
Yeah, thank you. And that's something that's really important to me, because I do like plan on having kids one day, and I don't want them to like grow up to think that, you know, my body doesn't look like a Coca-Cola. Like my nose isn't super tiny. Like my lips aren't huge, you know? And so that means I'm not pretty. I actually did an interview with Paper Magazine about that, where I was like, you know, don't think that you're not gorgeous because you don't look this way, because this is just one way to be beautiful. But and everyone is like beautiful really in their own way. Like that sounds so cliche, but like when I was younger, like in high school, I remember like wanting to like get my nose done and wanting to get boobs and then it took a long time for me to like be comfortable with myself. And I don't want the future generation to have to like wait that long. I want you to like always know that you don't have to look this one way. Like right now it's like the Kardashian body, like that's like the standard of beauty. But in like 5 years, it could be something completely different. Just like in the early 2000s, it was like being stick thin with like big boobs. Like it's always changing what's like popular, but you like how you are naturally will like never go out of style, because that's like you, like it's so unique. And my nose, yeah, it's big, but like it's like my nose. Like no one has this nose. Like why would I get it done and have like the nose that hundreds of girls have?
That you and I have kind of talked about in the past, which is unique about you, is that you actually love working with new performers, whereas most people hate working with new performers because they generally have no experience and it's a lot more work on your part to help them carry the scene. So why do you love working with new performers so much?
So first, because one day once upon a time, I was a new performer, and all this amazing talent that already existed worked with me. So it's like, who am I to deny these men and women like the chance, especially because so many of the, like, for example, like when I first worked, I was with one of the first girls to work with Marcus Dupree. Like no one knew who he was. Like a lot of people wouldn't hire him because he was at LA Direct. And I was like, no, I'm going to work with this guy. He ended up being so amazing. I was like, Spiegler, this guy's awesome. Look at him now. He's like one of the best performers, you know, and Small Hands was new once upon a time. Like I worked with him when he was brand new. He used to only work for Joanna. Like, I don't know, I see a lot of new talent that's now like the top performers. So it's fun to be like able to see that you got to try them like in the beginning before they were like super popular. I definitely have challenges that I don't think fans really like know about.
No. Another one of those is nails for me.
Yeah.
Like if the girl's supposed to be
a lot of girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Or yeah, for sure. Like the long, sharp nails. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess we're not doing any fingering in this scene.
Which sucks, because that's like, there's only so many things you could do in Girl. Like I shoot a Mofo's lesbian site, and it's not really a site that they like a lot of toys in. It's mostly like just two girls having sex. So it's definitely like, there's only so much you could do when you eliminate not being able to finger the girl.
Yeah. But not only that, you know, sometimes it'll be a very specific like wardrobe look, especially for Treat of the Month. And they'll come with like neon bright nails, and they're supposed to do like a romantic, like a bed set. And then it's just like, that's not going to work.
Yeah, it's difficult. Or no BTS on set, plus all the BTS on set.
I know.
I'm like, do not shoot for OnlyFans or Fan Central. And it's like, I'll find them in the bathroom.
Oh, totally.
I'm like, what? Like,
Oh my God, girl. Yeah. So you totally understand. Like,
Yeah,
I love,
never catch
this is what I,
for anything on set because I know like you're not supposed to do that. Like they literally send an email to all of us. Make sure
yeah.
talent does not shoot anything on set.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because you will lose girls in the bathroom. Like
yeah,
you're paying per hour for the location.
yeah,
You're waiting for her to come to set and she's shooting an OnlyFans set in the fucking bathroom.
yeah,
And you're like,
great.
fuck, girl, like, go, you know what? Like, how about this? After the scene, the makeup artist will touch up your makeup a little bit. You go home and shoot that shit.
Yeah, that is so
like,
nice of you, but
you know what I mean?
yeah, no, I'm just like, can you please not?
Yeah, it's so, yeah. Or like, just don't, like the Twisties Treat of the Month stuff. They always don't want BTS shot on set because it's like
they
a
want
surprise
to
until it comes
secret.
out.
Yes.
And you can shoot BTS on set, but they ask that you save it and then wait until you come out. And then you can post whatever you want. And then, yeah, there was one girl that I
remember you told me.
She was the one who was also 2 hours late to set.
Oh yes, you told me.
Didn't give a fuck. Yeah. And she just like, and I was like, no BTS on set. And she's like, okay. She's like live streaming the whole thing. I was just like, I called Rachel. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, you know what?
I love Rachel. She's awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, she's like, I get it. Like sometimes you're just like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
I can't stop you. Thank you, Abella. This has been really awesome. This has been really fun.
No, thank you for being patient with me and like waiting around until we can like both do it.
You're Abella Danger. I will wait until the end of time.
You're Holly Randall. You are like one of the best directors ever. And your mom is one of the best directors too. I love her work. I love her pictures and stuff. And like, I've told you that before, but she's awesome. I read Lisa Ann's book one day, like cover to cover, and she had a lot of Suze Randall pictures in there. And yeah, she's amazing. So yeah.
My mom and Lisa Ann go way back. She's, it's actually, it was funny. Somebody posted a picture today. I guess it's like Sylvia Saint's birthday, and they posted a video of Sylvia Saint and like Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels like retweeted it. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that video. But it's cool, you know, when I talk to performers who've like worked with her from way back, and people always have interesting stories about her.
Yeah, Lisa Ann said that she would like shoot with her like interracial when it wasn't so like glamorized and popular, and it was just something that she made so like beautiful without like making it something that was like stereotypical or something like that. So I think it's like really cool. I've seen a lot of her work. So
yeah,
girl moment is over. Yeah.
Thank you. So before we go, actually, since you just started directing, you're directing for Mofos. Do you have a favorite scene that people should go check out?
Okay. It's not out yet. So I'll keep you posted, but it's not out yet. But I definitely do have a favorite that I just shot right before quarantine started.
Where can people, I mean, I feel like everybody knows where they can find you online, but just in case, where can people find you online?
I'm on Twitter at Abella_Danger, and I'm on Instagram at Danger She Wrote.
Which, by the way, is a great fucking handle.
Thank you.
I love that handle. It's really cool.
Yeah, sadly, Abella Danger was taken, but then I ended up liking Danger She Wrote more anyways. Like, it's cooler.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got it.
It's really cool.